Hi guys, Matt back again. Welcome to the Manor Mix. So today I wanted to do an album review of the new Boston Manor album. I wanted to sit on it for a week and see what I thought, and I got some notes, so I'll be looking over at the screen again. It's taken a bit longer than a week because I ordered the vinyl to come, and it was due to come on Friday, but it came literally today as of Tuesday. So here it is. I got the signed version, which was pretty damn awesome. I'll open it up so you can have a look. Pretty cool. And there you go. So that's what you're in for if you get the record and the hard copy. So first of all, I really like the artwork. The simplicity of it is pretty damn cool. I do like the fact that they've got the track lists on the front as well. That is pretty damn awesome. I'll also show you this. So this is the disc I got, which I think is pretty damn cool. I'm going to put it away now because I don't want to touch it or damage it. So give me 2 seconds. So after hearing the singles, I was very excited for the rest of the album. So instead of just going through the singles first, I'm just going to read you the notes that I made for the album. But first of all, I feel like it is just a continuation of the last album. Like, almost like it is like an A and B album. And the last album starts with a song that has the Dusk theme. And the first song on this album has Dawn. So obviously there is some continuation with the band as well. So that was pretty cool. The songs on the album feel like they've grown up and they've grown into themselves. Now, not to say that they weren't like that before, but there seems to be that level of maturity with it as well. So seeing them at Trees, they played on the Wednesday and the Thursday. So on the Wednesday they did a headline set in the Forest stage, which was awesome. It just looked really cool. But they played a lot of the older stuff, and that was really good because that just meant that everyone could have a sing along, everyone was having fun, you know the vibe. But on the Friday, it was mid to late afternoon they played, and they played mostly newer songs, which I thought was very brave, because if you're going to Trees, you could do the Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and just do the 3 days, and miss out the extra day of music. That's the way the tickets work. So if you're only seeing Boston Manor on the Friday, you would only have seen their newer set songs, which I've got hats off to them for doing, because that just shows that they've got belief in the songs. But also, listening to all the sets on the Friday, it just made me really want more new songs other than the singles we had, and the singles we had were great. So yeah, whenever the singles came out, I put a note down, and I thought they were very experimental in places. At times they were full post-hardcore with some very slight nods to the pop-punk of previous years from Boston Manor, but to me that element is almost fizzled out, and this is the new Boston Manor, and it is bloody awesome. There's a lot of rock and new metal influences to me. Like Sliding Doors definitely could be like a Deftones hit. Like, it's so good, and it's got that, you can clearly tell where the inspiration came from for that song, so that was awesome. The first song on the album starts off, and it's very cinematic, and I like this kind of approach. One of my favourite albums of all time is Bullet from Valentine's, The Poison, and the way the intro in that album leads into the next song, although it's completely different genres, but it just gives that kind of like, you've set me up for something amazing here, and I got that with this, and I thought, this is class. Container is an absolute hit. That was one of the first singles I'd heard off the new album, and like, it was on repeat weekly for me until this album came out. So it was good that we had fresher songs, but like, you can't skip over it. Great track. Again, Sliding Door sounds like a Deftones track. That's not me saying it's a complete rip-off of a Deftones track, not at all. It's a complete nod to an influence that the band clearly have, and that's clear and appreciated. The aggressive verse vocals work very well with the very melodic vocals in the chorus. Like, they translate very well. There's a good flow. I've used flow a lot on the channel, but there is a good flow there. So yeah, that Sliding Door is probably my favourite one on the album so far. Heat Me Up was so catchy. The clean guitar in the verses felt very atmospheric, and they were just very spacey, and like, they were so good. But the production on this album completely across the board is fantastic. Like, I couldn't fault it. I didn't find anything that I went, I wouldn't have done that, or would have done this different. On that note, there is a couple of instances where the vocals are almost distorted. Sliding Door has it, and there's a couple other tracks, like, it's peppered in, and it really works. Like, in years gone by, if you had any distortion on your vocals, it just didn't work. It sounded muddy, it was awful. Where this really works with this new sound for the band, and I'm very excited to see how they do parts like that live. Like, I'm going to see them on Thursday in Manchester Ritz, and I can't wait. And I bet it will translate well live, especially with the energy that the songs are already giving off on a studio album. Horses in a Dream almost was like a Muse song. Like, it just felt like that, and that was so cool. Like, for me, there was a lot of elements in this album that I just wasn't expecting. Like, even hearing the last album, this was like it with a bit more emphasis on trying to be a little bit more experimental, but not to the point of being out there. And there's nothing wrong with being out there, but to go from the elements that they used to be in as a band to, oh, let's go out there. Like, I don't think they've hit that jump yet, and I don't think they need to. I think this is the perfect stopping point for them. Morning Star, middle of the album, took me completely by surprise. There was a drum and bass element to it, and I thought, what the hell is this? But when I looked at my phone when I was listening to it, I was listening on Spotify, and I thought, this is the break in the album that's needed, and it worked. Perfect. Thought it was cool. They did very well with that. Why I Sleep was another one that I thought was a nod back to previous Lost in Manor tracks. I love the bends and the driving guitar, and this song is 100% an earworm. Like, I could have it on all day. The guitar line, I remember falling asleep maybe 2 nights ago, and all I could hear was the not doing it justice, but yeah, it was so cool. So that was a great song. Fornix, I think is how you pronounce the next one. I felt the melody really sticks with you, like, not in an earwormy way, like, it just felt like it repeated on me again and again in a very good way. Like, not to the point where it's like, oh, it's embedded in my head and I need to get rid of it kind of thing. But like, I felt very connected to it, and I don't know why. And I know how up myself that sounds, but I really loved that melody. Like, it was just something about it. So yeah, like, very good song, but the melody in the chorus was absolutely amazing. I think it's one of the best on the album. Dissolve. This is going to be an instant hit, like, straight off the bat. As soon as I heard this, I thought, this is it. This could be a song to close a set with, or at least get everyone singing along. Everyone will know this song. Like, the amount of people that I know on my Instagram who have shared this as an Instagram story, just off the bat of the album coming out, like, everyone loves it. So, yeah, keep an eye on this one, because this will be a big song for them. The bass tone on it was unreal as well. I didn't really want to go into, like, oh, the instrumentation on the album and stuff like that, because, like, I could be here all week. But the bass tone on this song was so good. It was a standout. It was brilliant. What Is Taken Will Never Be Lost was a slower kind of vibe, and I think it was needed with what had just come previous. So, yeah, I think placed in the album, it was great. Standalone, I liked it. I wouldn't say it was my favourite on the album. Listen to the album entirely, I wouldn't skip it. I think it works very, very, very well with the flow of it. DC Mini, like, the backing vocals and the feature vocals are so, so good. Again, you can tell the new metal influence here, and it's such a great song to end an album on. Totally is. And, like, even the line in the song, "This Is How It Ends," like, if it was done any differently, it could borderline on cheesy, but they do it very well. Like, having it as an end song. Thought it was brilliant. The other notes I had was I really loved the glitchy noises on the production, like on Morning Star. Thought it was brilliant. But yeah, overall, I give the album 4.7 out of 5. I thought it was absolutely fantastic. I love the fact that the vinyl was reasonably priced. It was only £25 on their website, which is fantastic. And it's a great way to support the bands, especially with the fact that streaming isn't doing anything for any band. So if anyone's loving the album as much as I am, please go out and buy the album. Like, I'm not sponsored by this or anything, but I just think it's a good way of supporting the artists. But yeah, 4.7 out of 5. Can't be bad to that. That will be going on my wall. But thank you so much for watching, and I really hope you enjoyed it. I really hope you enjoyed the video. And if there's any albums you want me to review in the future, please just let me know, and I'll try and pick it up and we'll give it a look. But thank you.